Hey everyone, Overkill's back with another video. Today we're taking a look at another wrestler on the channel, which is the WWE Ultimate Edition Edge. And this Edge is based off of his return in the 2020 Royal Rumble. And I think overall it looks pretty good just from what I see from the window packaging. So I'm really excited about this. I wanted an Edge to open up to put into my collection. And I didn't want to open the chase that I got. So I kind of set it to the side and added it to my inbox collection. And one day we will go ahead and do a collection update after I get, most of them hung back up or something. I don't really have a lot of newer wrestlers aside from Seth Rollins, except, the past year or so I started getting a little bit more. But what we'll do first is take a look at the packaging. And if you're a collector of this line, you know what to expect. Really nice packaging. And it's great for in or out of box collectors. They've done it really perfect on how they did this. On the side, we got a picture of Edge. And on the opposite side, it just has Ultimate Edition Edge. And then on the back, we see the figure posed up with him at the Royal Rumble. Tells you a little bit about him here. And it gives you his story leading up from his retirement to his return at the Royal Rumble. You can pause it and check out all of his stuff real quick if you want to. Next up, we'll take him out of the package and take a look. It's already pre-cut to make this a little bit easier. I think I got all the tape off of it, or most of it anyway. And we can take him out. It's a pretty cool little box the way it opens up. I dig that. And it gives you a little talk about the Ultimate Editions. It's pretty simple. I mean, they cost more than an Elite. You get the figure with a lot better body, in my opinion. An extra head, which is his going crazy or his spearhead, whichever you want to say. And then he does come with his trench coat and the arms to match that. And I'm sure that the hands are interchangeable all around as well. So we'll go ahead and put him on the 360 turnaround and take a good look at him. So first up, we'll take a look at this Edge real close. You can see they did really well with the tattoos on them. They're really vibrant and they pop really well. The hair's sculpted good. See the tattoos here on the other arm. And I got them posed this way so you can see them on his forearms and stuff underneath his elbow pads. And then the look on his tights is pretty spot on from his look at the 2020 Royal Rumble. And I really dug this color. I thought it was something really cool. It gave you that rated R superstar with a return face look. So it's really good. I'm really digging it. As we turn around, we'll go ahead and get him to a stop. And we'll look at his face here. And I think they did really well with his beard. They got his chin down. His eyes look good. His hair. I know some people were having issues with the eyebrows. But overall, I think it captures Old Man Edge fairly well. And I'm impressed with it. And you can see some smaller details that you might not have seen. Which is the stars on the wrist. Which is pretty cool. And then the designs on the shins here. Because I know the turnaround goes a little bit fast. So I want to make sure I show all of that. So it's a really great figure in my opinion. Sculpted really well. Feels sturdy. It's got a few paint flaws. It's a couple scuffs here and there across it. And that's something they could work on. We've got like some shiny mess up here. Stuff they can work on considering this is supposed to be their premium wrestling figure. But it's still good nonetheless. Give you a little bit closer look at the face. You can see what I'm talking about. I can see a little bit of why they think the eyebrows are off. But overall, I like it. Considering most of the edges in the past, I think they're just now finally starting to get some really good ones out. So I'm okay with that. We'll set this to the side for just a second. And we will go over articulation. And this is the first time I've did an Ultimate Edition figure on my channel. He's obviously going to be limited due to the hair. But he can look down fairly decent and around. And it does. The head changes out. His arms are really stiff, at least on mine. But you can see the arms will go up. I don't know if that'll impact the tattoos or not. If you do it too much. Well, you can see it's so stiff that it popped it out of the joint. I can't get the arm back down. Wow. trying to get the arm back down. It did damage the figure some. Right here. Sorry about the blurring. It really needs worked really bad. So, you know, be on the lookout for that on the joints. You can see how that's made inside, though. He does have a bicep swivel and double jointed elbows, but he does have the elbow pads, so keep that in mind. And then he does have the hinge peg for the hands, and I'm sure they're interchangeable. I wouldn't see why they wouldn't be. The ab crunch is unique, to say the least, for a figure. It doesn't quite allow him to get into that spear pose, but at least it's a little extra feature besides just a waist turn for a wrestler. Split, he's got a pretty good split on him. It's an upper thigh cut. He has double jointed knees, same as the elbows. The pads will get in the way a little bit. He does have a upper calf cut, and it's hid pretty well for the most part. And then the foot and toe, same stiff joints here. I can't even move the foot at all on that side. This side moves a little bit. There we go. You can see it goes down, up like so. Does have toe articulation. This one will have to be worked out, heated or whatever. So that's kind of a bummer. I hate getting figures in and having to work the joints, but I guess that's better than having super loose joints. Next, we'll take a look at the alternate head. Just pop this one off. You put this one on, and this is, like I said, it's his crazy look, doing a spear or whatever, and it's really good. You know, they matched a lot of it really well, but mine looks like the lip is bleeding. It's definitely got a paint defect there, but I probably won't be using this head a whole lot. I don't see me putting a whole lot of spear poses in. He is, this is something more like he lost the championship to Roman and he's freaking out. That's what I kind of see it as. But it's still cool. I really like that. Just hate that it's got that paint flaw on it. And there's no movement around for giving extra posability or anything. So, what we can do is take a quick comparison look at those two. You can see the hair is actually different colors on it. So you get two different hair color sculpts. The beards are slightly different color. And like I said, the lips are messed up on mine. Mine looks like it's been busted open. And then the hairline's off on this one a little bit. You can see the gap. But overall, they're still pretty nice. And for the price, I mean, at least it comes with an extra head. So that's pretty cool. I just wish they could, you know, get everything matching up really well. But, you know, future releases, maybe enough reviewers or something do this that they'll get the picture. We'll put this head back on. And I will get him posed up with his trench coat and stuff. And we'll do another 360 turnaround. Let you get a check out of him like that as well. There he is on the 360 turnaround. You can see that the transition looks really good. It looks like a totally different figure. So you're getting two out of this. And I'm sure that's obviously the goal of the Ultimate Editions. This looks just like Edge coming out at the 2020 Royal Rumble, in my opinion, with this face. Not so much the other one. You can see the details on the jacket are really well done. You got the rated R and the star here. The silver for the buckles and stuff, the buttons, everything looks really nice. I kind of hate the plasticky trench coats and stuff they do, but for this figure it works since you got the interchangeable arms. And some of the other details you may miss as it goes around. You can see some stars here. And it says rated R here. And then of course you got the stars going up the top. The silver here. More stars. So he's got a lot of details in this. And it even says on the back of it there. So that's really cool. All of this on it. And it's a very solid figure. I think for what you get, they're really nice. Because you get the extra arms and the head, it's definitely a bonus. But it begs the question, for what it is it worth being $10 more of an elite, or sometimes $15 considered? Because sometimes you can find elites pretty decent price around $15. So is it worth that price difference, or should this be more along the lines of a $25 figure? This is, like I said, this is the first one I opened, so I can't talk for the entire line, but to me it seems like it's a really well done figure, and I get the price difference to an extent, but I think $25 is more than fair price for what you get. And the sculpting, I mean, the elites are getting on point with the faces as well, so you got to take that in consideration. But all in all, aside from that, it's a great figure. The only cons I have, of course, is a little bit steeper price. The joints are a little bit stiff, and the paint defect on this face really messed it up for me. And the reason I bring that paint defect up so much is I have a friend, Action Figure Addict, who had trouble with a couple Balors and stuff from the Ultimate Edition line. So it's not an uncommon thing. It happens a lot. And that's the trouble we take, especially these days with a lot of online orders and stuff. So keep that in mind if you're wanting a perfect looking one. Overall, it still looks great. I could still say this one's got a busted open lip, like I said. So I'm still okay with all of that. Other than that, the only thing I would say is maybe give them a weapon or something, at least to help. Give them a steel chair, a kendo stick, anything to help up that price a little bit. Extra set of hands, maybe. I know you get some of these arms, but maybe a third set thrown in. But it's still overall good. I don't want to make it sound like it's all negative. I love the figure. It'd be great for my wrestling collection. And I can't say enough about that on that front. As far as that goes, I'm going to go ahead and end this video here. I appreciate all the support. Thank you for getting me over that 1,000 hump. And now, over 1,030 hump. And congrats again to my winner of my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Until next time, I bid you all farewell.
You think you know me.